I need you now.
Welcome everyone, I'm Daryl Lecklin, Motocross Action Magazine. In front of us is the 2018 Yamaha YZ450F. We're here at Glen Helen for the introduction of this bike. Last year, this bike got 5th in our MXA shootout. I mean, it's heavy, it's hard to handle, it has great suspension, but the faster you go, the more the chassis affects that. For 18, they really changed a lot of stuff. We do have the button, which is fantastic. I mean, who doesn't want the button? But we haven't weighed this on the scales yet, but we feel like it's probably going to be a few pounds heavier than last year. I know they lost a little bit on the frame and stuff, but with the battery and electric starter and stuff, you just can't save weight with that. Yamaha came out and made a whole new frame for this bike. They changed engine mounting and the cylinder angle, as also the whole frame layout to increase rigidity. As far as the engine, it's pretty much all new. New cylinder head, new camshafts, new exhaust pipe, new throttle body, new piston ring, spark plug. The clutch is all new, new pressure plate, new steel clutch plates, clutch springs, and transmission gears. And one of the biggest complaints about the Yamaha is that it's wide. It's really wide, especially when you get on the track. It's not really wide at your legs, but when you put your leg out in the corner, you really feel it. For the 18 model, they really slimmed everything down, slimmed the frame down, slimmed the airbox down. So hopefully that really makes a bigger change when we get out and ride. It doesn't feel so wide at the gas tank. Last but not least, 2018 Yamaha YZ450F is first in its class, as you can change the engine mapping from your iPhone. Download the app and start changing the mapping from there. And there's also some runtime, motor function diagnostic codes that you also can use and share just from your smartphone. I'm going to go ahead and get geared up, spin some laps in the new bike, really just get a feel for it, and then I'm gonna get back to you with some initial feedback on the bike. Well, I just got done spinning some laps. I got some good news and I got some bad news. The good news is, if you're a Yamaha fan, the initial feel of the Yamaha is still there. If you didn't like the feel of the Yamaha, then you're kind of out of luck. This bike is a revised version of the previous model. It's thinner, has better power. When you get it right, it's better suspended. But the tweaks on the suspension and the geometry is very touchy. When I first got on the bike, I had to say I really disliked it. After we went through some stuff and kind of got it set up for me, I started liking it more and more. It's really plush, like the Cab SSS suspension is initially, and it holds up well in the stroke on hard hits as well. The engine, still very powerful, very torquey. I had little problems. I actually wanted it at the tight corners. It kind of bogged, and then it would just go, and I would kind of like, the rear end would drop and I would wheelie. And I talked to the guys, we downloaded the app, and there's 3 maps on there. There's a smooth map, a hard-hitting map, and kind of the stock map. And then also Travis Preston has his own custom map that he made that you can download. I put Travis Preston's map in, which is a lot harder off the bottom end and kind of smooths out at the end. And it was great. I can stay in that same gear out of the corners, and it hooked up well. I didn't have to use the clutch, and it pulled really long. Other than that, the bike's super narrow. It definitely doesn't have that Yamaha feeling underneath you, but the sound, the kind of handling is still the same characteristics. We got at the corner better from all the way through the corner. The old bike was kind of hard to kind of get in there, and it kind of would stand up. And initially it did that, but we kind of messed with the geometry a little bit, and it really can get in there, and it kept on going through the whole corner. It wanted to oversteer a few times, and we kind of lowered the sag. They recommended 100 millimeters. We went to like 104, and that's where we kind of felt the sweet spot. Overall, it doesn't feel like an all-new bike. It feels like Yamaha, a revised Yamaha, so they definitely took a step in the right direction. This is a bike that we're gonna need a lot of testing on for a couple more months, and we're gonna put it through the ringer with all our test riders, from vet novices, from pros to intermediates. For the full write-up on the 2018 Yamaha YZ450F, check out the November issue of Motocross Action Magazine, Or as always, check out motocrossactionmag.com for all the 2018 updates and product reviews.